This video is brought to you by...
Hey, girl, come support, man. Come on now.
Hey, man, big love in the city, man. Stop the trap on the
I'm
boys,
gonna
man.
support my brother, man, my black brother. The price is right. Treat yourself, don't beat yourself.
Exactly.
Beat your feet down the street and get one of these cool green headbands. Do you understand what I'm saying, my man? Deuces, holla back, cool green dude.
Exactly. Man, let them know, man, what you love about that cool green.
If you're not cooling and getting the green, then you gotta get out the way. You know what it is.
Exactly, man.
You know
exactly, man. I couldn't have said it no better.
What is going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2Times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to smash that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story. Let's get right into it. Baltimore, Maryland, before gangs hit the city hard. Most people claim blocks or areas of the city. It's no secret, Baltimore is an open-air drug market. If you can get the product, you can definitely sell it, but only if you are ready for what comes with it. With not a lot of opportunities and jobs in the city, it usually leads to hoods beefing over money or neighborhoods being split into different sections. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we will take it to South Baltimore, Cherry Hill to be exact, and discuss UDH, a group that called themselves Up Da Hill, and a man named Cornell Harvey. Allegedly, like most hoods, UDH had their territory, in which they went hard to protect from outsiders. With trapping and other ways to get money, it often leads to problems when someone from the hood feels like it's too many free agents on the block. BPD was watching the projects and members of UDH organization, including Cornell, after beating a body in the early 2000s. Him and another member would pop back up on the radar in 2010 when allegedly Cornell and his co-defendant saw two men who were not sanctioned to be trapping in Cherry Hill hustling anyway. When they ran up on them, robbed them, and before fleeing, letting off shots at them. Both men were hit, in which one survived and unfortunately one did not. The hit was caught on surveillance, and Cornell and his co-defendant were both charged with murder, but ended up being found not guilty in the jury trial. On another alleged situation that will pop back up later, when Cornell and two others approached a man at a gas station at the intersection of North Avenue and McCullough Street. The man was filling up his car. They asked him for a ride. The man agreed, but a few blocks later, they allegedly all put on masks, ordered the man out the whip with a blicky before letting off shots, leaving him for dead. 2 days later, BPD stopped the vehicle, in which had 4 people in it. All 4 men fled. BPD alleged they saw Cornell toss 2 blicks before taking off, and once they searched the car, bullets was found, also a ski mask and gloves. With all this activity, the hood was hot, and members were being investigated. But things would go from bad to worse, when for whatever reason, a man we will call RS and Cornell will have a situation. Allegedly, the 2 men met in jail while both fighting bodies, in which they both beat. Once back in the streets, they remained locked in. But in May 2013, it would all change, when allegedly Cornell asked RS to come pick him up and take him to a family member's house in Cherry Hill. Once there, Cornell allegedly told RS to wait in the car, in which his 1-year-old son, Carter Scott, was with him. Shortly after, a group of masked men popped out the cut and started shooting at the car. Shots would hit RS and also Carter, in which unfortunately, the baby did not make it. Police were close by and gave chase to a Toyota Solara, in which a few men were able to get away, but the car crashed. DNA and latex gloves were found. 5 people were charged, including a young lady with accessory, after BPD alleged her car was used for the ambush and she was a girlfriend of one of the shooters. With the loss of a 1-year-old, the community was hurt and shocked, and some people didn't mind saying what they saw. And after getting all alleged people in custody, it was alleged that Cornell was the mastermind who lured RS to the location. But as trial went on, RS would allegedly talk to police about Cornell. and he was eventually found guilty and sentenced to 2 life sentences. And the alleged shooters, one will receive 30 years, 2 others double life. But in a turn of events, RS recanted his statement against Cornell, and the murder charges was dropped, and time was taken back. But still caught up in a conspiracy case, Cornell allegedly admitted to being a member of UDH, also the trapping, robbery, and other charges. 30 members were indicted. Cornell was sentenced to 20 years in prison for his roles in UDH. Rest in peace to Carter. I send my prayers and condolences to the family. More of this story, we are all products of something, but don't let money and feeling like you need to belong to something put you in a situation you can't get out of. Life sentences is real. Conspiracy charges is real. Also, having to live with taking the life of a baby. In my opinion, it's nothing worse than hitting innocent people. But the streets rules seem to go out the window in certain situations. But hey, that's the Baltimore way. On another note, sad ending to this, RS would eventually lose his life as well, being ambushed in the exact same style him and his son was in when they attempted to hit him the first time and he survived. Rest in peace to both of them. Man, crazy story, man. So y'all already heard how this went. Basically, man, if you know anything about the streets, you can already tell, you feel me, for whatever reason. I didn't want to say his name at first, you know, but I called him RS, you know what I mean, his initials for short. But you know, he lost his life too. You know, he lost his son first in the ambush for whatever reason. They was trying to say Cornell set it up, but he eventually beat it. So you feel me, they can't put, you know, can't put that on him no more. But at the end of the day, I feel like once he talked to the police, even though he recanted it, they already knew he talked to the police. And you feel me, I feel like from there, he was a marked man. You know, sad story, sad situation, you feel me? As far as the first time when they allegedly ambushed the whip, I don't know what it was about. I don't know if they knew the baby was in the car, man, but it's real messed up, you feel me? I'm pretty sure bro was hurt, you know, losing his son and surviving, you know what I mean? But then to turn around and lose your life not long after that, man, it just go to show you that these streets ain't safe for nobody, you feel me? First, bro beat a body, you know? Him and Cornell allegedly got cool in the joint. When he came home, that's when everything sparked up. I don't know exactly what the situation was that made the beef spark up, but they was trying to say Cornell was responsible for a lot of stuff, but he beat him so many times, they just finally tried to get him on conspiracy. But y'all already know, man, this is another episode of the Baltimore Way. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. This your boy Tony 2 Times Love, man. Out.